அஸ்வின் பாய் இப்ப கரண்ட் போனாலும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. அது போனாலும் பிரச்சனை. அதுக்கு சார்ஜ் போட்டு கிட்டாவது மொபைல் போட்டு இல்ல.
ஆமாண்டா நீ ரெடியா ஒண்டி போடுறா போடா. ஆமா கால் வருதா
எனக்கு அடிக்கடி.
ராகுல் ஓகேடா ராகுல். டேய் எல்லா லைட்ஸையும் போடுங்கடா.
Everyone remove an ID card.
லைட்டா தூக்குங்க டேய். ஐயோ. சரி.
quantum computing. We are honored to have with us Mr. Dinesh Kumar Sankar, a technical associate at AICTE Coimbatore, an experienced software solution architect and tech speaker with deep expertise in microservices, cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and GCP, as well as project leadership and IT management in banking and fintech. He brings a wealth of knowledge to this session. Today, Mr. Dinesh Kumar will guide us through the exciting developments in quantum computing and how it's being adopted by industries. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Dinesh Kumar Sankar.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Myself, Dinesh. I'm working at AICTE as an architect. Job architect for last 14 to 15 years. I'm working at different domains and logistics and financial domain. I'm mostly for taking care of the technical part of implementation projects. That's what my handle in I think last 2 days, right, we are already having multiple quantum computing data sessions, right? So it's not our more basics here. I think we would have already moved out many terms, quantum superposition, entanglement, etc., etc. So let me cover from the main topic itself. Okay. So let's have this as an interaction system. So any questions? Can you hear it like this itself or on mic? Can you hear me like this? Or one way to go with mic? Okay. Yes, please. Am I audible? Now the college staff can feel free to start. Okay. Maybe here I will take mic. Okay. I'll try to speak directly instead of microphone. So let's start. So commercialization and industry adoption of quantum computing. Okay, small high-level information about me. I am a technical architect.
Yeah.
So these are my high-level credentials. Like I'm working as technical architect. So I'm working in microservices of applications and Node.js, various language and already dealing with it. So I'm managing multiple teams from the technical perspective as well as the project management perspective. So I'm part of banking and fintech domains, financial related application, logistics and supply chain related applications. I'm leading multiple teams over there. So that is what my high level information. Okay. What is this? Anyone aware of this? Let's see.
First.
Sorry? Pathological. Have you ever seen this? First generation. Yeah. First generation computer. Yeah. Initially they used to talk as a computer only. It's a room size computer. We used to say it's room size computer. Now everybody having a laptop or even mobile phone itself a computer nowadays, right? Everything we can able to do with a mobile phone itself. So this is the very first computer. Here we have hard disk instead of hard disk. At the time they used to say only the floppy disk. There is no hard drive. Okay, only floppy drives and other drives are there. And here we have CPUs. Everything is here. See that the last is the power house. Now we have a small SMPS box at the CPU now. That is what that. So we have this much of big computer we had in 1950s and 60s. Okay, this computer is from one of the lab from Australia. Okay, still it is there just for a kind of showcase purpose only. So we had this computer earlier, 50 to 70 years ago. So later, medium-sized computer has come. Then a desktop, now laptop. Right? We have minimized everything. Right? Then still, why we just keep exploring the technology? Now we have a quantum computer, the most recent buzzing word we are hearing at least for the last 3 days or 2 days, right? After a small laptop, now again we went back to the 50 years ago kind of situation, the quantum computer. Actually, the situation, the size of the computer. Now you cannot have a quantum computer at your hand. It's still in a room size situation. So room size computer still with a lot of ACs and air conditioning and refrigeration situation with multiple classic computer connection as well. Okay, so that is what the current situation again. The reason behind whenever we started exploring or discovering something, it started with big. Okay, till the main processing unit of the computer, quantum computer is again a mother processor, the small piece of element only. But to work with that, the regular temperature is not sufficient. We should have a cool condition. The most coolest part of the Earth is a place where we kept the processor of the quantum computer. So it won't work in the regular temperature. The reason behind, you would have heard many times like you can next. Could have here like current processor, our Intel or any Pentium processor working as a kind of transistor with zeros and ones. Now we have something beyond that, superposition, entanglement, right? Superposition, that's a main keyword here. Superposition is nothing but apart from 0 and 1, something is there. Maybe mixture of both or apart from that. So that is what a superposition. So all our existing computers are working only with, even if you key in like A, B, C, D, whatever you are keying, that is going as a zeros and one. And even the processor also processing in terms of only zeros and ones. But we need more. Just maybe for the last 50 years, all the current situation, current problems, those transistors are binary elements are sufficient. But now we have many more problems are coming now because of the latest we have like big data. So we need more kind of processor than the current regular processor. So that's why many companies started exploring and putting a lot of effort and money in the research of the new set of computing system. So that's why the quantum computing arrives. So this is what I said, right? So either 0 or 1 only the standard computer is processing. So we have the superposition stuff. So the main bit we are talking about 0 and 1, but in computer we are not. It's no more. It's a qubit. So that's where the from zeros and 1 comes into picture. So it is more different from the regular standard bits, and it's existing in the multi-dimensional state. So right, when we toss a coin, it's not either when you catch it can be head or toss, but when it rotates now, there is no same situation. So that's what the qubit says about the standard computer. So the qubit is heart of the computer. So heart of the quantum computing. So always processor is the heart of any of the laptop or computer current system, right? We have many companies working on that. So Intel or Intel or many other companies. So now for qubit, right, for quantum computing, Google, IBM, and those companies are exploring a lot of stuff. Let's move to the next one. So we have many key elements when we talk about the quantum computing. So I'm just put only 2 or 3 here because I know last 2 3 days you would have heard many basic fundamental in quantum computing. So that's why I put only the 3 important features here. On the superposition, as I said, it's not zeros and one. Apart from that, we have some kind of state. That state is called superposition as either a mixture of zeros and one, or a combination of zeros and one, or apart from that, we have something. That's what quantum computing has superposition. And superposition entanglement again comes to the equation interference, but still I added as a separate element. So these are the main 3 key elements we come we see under the quantum computing. Okay. So when we speak about quantum computing, the main other 2 industries coming into picture is quantum mechanics and quantum physics. So just to give an high level information, I just added a slide. So at the heart of the quantum process, so we have multiple layers here in the process. So basically a nail size thickness one. See under that we have multi-layer lakhs and lakhs of microns are there to get the process done. So that's where the quantum processor lies in terms of superposition and entanglement. This phenomenon allows the quantum computers to process the very special way of computers apart from the classical computers. So it does some kind of computational capabilities in an exponential way. So actually Google climbs in different way, like Google says it was able to generate a random number which a classic computer will take 10,000 years or so. But IBM debating that it's not maybe 2 months or so. But whatever, like compared to the 2 months, 2 minutes is far better only. So that's what the speed of the quantum computing. Okay, as I said before, we had room computers, then laptops and servers, and we have supercomputers now. Right? Supercomputers, we have a different technology like big data, graph data, and we know, right? We all know the cloud services, Amazon Web Services, Google, GCP, and we have the most recent buzzing words like machine learning, artificial intelligence, and the generative artificial intelligence called ChatGPT. We have everything. Still, why we need quantum computing? Right? We have everything, right? Whatever you need, you can generate videos now. You can generate anything. That's what the generative algorithm speaks about. We have everything. Most of the stuff. It looks like we are when last year, right? Almost last year, yeah, 2023 early, right? When Microsoft bought a ChatGPT, so the entire IT industry was like anything. Oh, something has happened in the IT industry. There is a very big boom happened. Much here, right? Already, we have much thing to learn and much things to work on. Still, why we need quantum? Any answers? Still, we haven't explored everything, right? Still many. I just added only 6 or 7 points here. Why we need quantum?
சார் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக
Sir,
ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக இருக்கும் சார்
faster. Okay.
அது செய்கிற வேலையை விட தட்ஸ் டைமிங் ரொம்ப low.
Okay, that's what the Google also trying. Okay. Fast. It's not only fast. Anything else? Advanced. Okay. Whenever we do something new, it's an advancement of the previous version.
கிளாசிக்கல் கம்ப்யூட்டர் அதிக டைம் எடுத்துக்கிறதா கம்மி டைம் எடுக்கும் சார்.
Classical computer.
ஒரு ப்ராசஸ் பண்ண ரொம்ப எந்த ப்ராசஸ் ரொம்ப அதிக டைம் எடுக்குதோ அதை கம்மி டைம்ல முடிக்க யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க.
Okay. Okay, let's take an example. As you said, now. Let's write a big program. Maybe in your laboratory you're writing a program, right? Any kind of program. Like let's take a matrix. Okay. You are doing a multiplication of matrix. Let's take a 2-dimensional matrix or 3-dimensional matrix. You can able to do the multiplication, right? Multiplication or anything. Okay, rows and columns. So already our current computers are it's responding in milliseconds. Milliseconds, we can't even think what is happening. Millisecond, right? 1000 by 1 second, right? So it's already happening in milliseconds. So why you need? You can't even see whether it is processing or not. Still, we can able to see the response in a millisecond. Most probably after millisecond, 2 milliseconds. That's thousandth of per second. Then still why? Fast, advancement, efficiency. Okay. Efficiency is all about what kind of algorithm we are using and what kind of data structure we are using in the program matters. That's what efficiency comes into picture. If you write an efficient program, even either C or Java, that matters. That's where we are thinking about talking about order of log or ON or log n, something like that. Right? Still what?
Factorization.
Factorization. What kind of factorization?
If we multiple two terms means we get the answer in normal classic computers like that. In quantum computers, we can get the factorization input also. We can get which number we can multiply to get the result. Which two numbers we can multiply, and we can get we can identify the two numbers.
Okay. Any other input? Actually,
அதைத்தான் சொல்றோம்.
okay. Before going to the answer of that question, let's talk about one more point. Supremacy, quantum supremacy. Have you heard about this word, quantum supremacy? Yes or no? Okay. So supremacy means generally when something is achieved at the highest level. Suppose I'm learning something, I learned everything. That's what my supremacy. In kind of any learning, any technology, that's what. But Google claims we have achieved the supremacy as a quantum technology. Okay. Which means most of the stuff we have covered. That's what the supremacy is about. But still, other companies like IBM are debating with them. So there are still many benchmark problems out there to solve. Even we have the quantum computing. So, and it is not actually usable in all situations. Let's take very simple example. We need a quantum computer to make a small program and it's not good. Okay, even human brains does, even the current classical computers doing in a millisecond. Okay, but still we are looking at something quantum. So and most of the companies are claiming it's not universal supremacy, but Google claimed it was a supremacy that 19 ones it's claimed and 22 ones it's claimed. Okay, the problem is the first 3 points is a claim of other companies. I'm just written the 2 words, the last 2 lines in the positive note. Real world benefits in the near future. So we are thinking we may get a lot of benefits in the near future itself by using the quantum computer. And it is accelerating the scientific breakthroughs, which means it is mostly helping us in the research area. So for the research area, it's a it's okay. Okay, so it's not only a regular program, I mean regular activity. Apart from that, we have many other problems to solve. Okay, we see what are those problems in upcoming slides. So, according to me or many other company, still they are claiming Google is not correct. They have many things else to achieve in the quantum era, but still it's a beginning of new era. Like space back, we have AI. Before that, we have machine learning. So like that, of course, it's going to be a new era. It's not only the quantum computing. When quantum computing merging with other technologies like AI, that will make us more better mind in upcoming years. We'll see more in upcoming years and upcoming with the quantum computing, more advancement of the quantum computing. Like most of the quantum computers may available to regular people may after 10 years, decade or so, but it may not require. That's what other companies claiming. Like current computers is sufficient to our end users like of people, but quantum computers are required only to the enterprises who are doing the researches and analysis, optimization problem like space and routing algorithm in supply chain industry, healthcare industry. That's where the main need of the quantum is coming. Let's move. Yeah. As we speak in the previous situation, right? It is faster. It may replace a classical computer. There are many myths and facts are going around. So many people are telling like it will replace a classical regular computer what we are using maybe in next 5 years or 10 years. Definitely not. It is designed for a complex task or not for our regular task. Actually, our regular tasks were complex tasks 10 years or 20 years before. For let's say auditing, right? For a CA, now the tally softwares are available. For simulation of circuits, we have many softwares are available. But not before. Everything we used to go to the shop and get circuits for 10 rupees or 20 rupees. And if it is not working, again we go to the shop and get a circuit. Now everything is available as simulated, which means the current world problem is almost solved, but still we have many problems to solve in a complex way. So it won't replace the classical computers, but for the general purpose. So we are a general audience, and we have many industries still looking for many complex problems to resolve. So they have big fixers like supercomputers and etc. in multiple data centers and data recovery centers. Still they are unable to achieve that better potential. So it won't replace a classical computer, but it will help to certain extent and fast at everything. That's what. Yes, it is fast, but not at everything. So it is excellent at specific problems like optimization simulation. For our regular problem, our current classical computer is sufficient. So only for the very complex problems with the GB and terabytes of data, our classical computers are unable to do it. For example, so let me tell you a sample example which is happening in the current IT industry. So to process a terabyte of data, okay, our regular services like let's say even cloud service, okay, Azure or Amazon, it takes days and days of time. For such kind of batch are happening all over the day or 2 days. So that may solve using the quantum computer because it is happening in a very sequential way. Even we have multiple systems, multiple processor in place, so it is happening in a parallel way, but each bit is taken in a sequential. So some of our tasks is taking 2.5 days or 3 time. So we believe like those tasks may be reduced the time in future. So when once the quantum computer is available to the most of the services. So that is what the main point, and it is fully developed. So it is in the very early stage. It is in inventor stage. So once it is fully developed, now you may see a different world of technology. It is not yet fully developed. It is in very early stage. So once it is available, at least to multiple cities, in that case, we can say, okay, it is partially developed. Okay, it is not in a fully developed state. It is still in early stage. We have a long way to go, and it breaks all encryption today. So which means whatever we have many RSA algorithms and encryption algorithms, it checks some cryptography, many things are there. So people claim it will break everything. Definitely not. Maybe certain kind of encryption in near future, but current mechanics lack of power to do so because the current system is unable to break. Okay. Even we have many hackers to break our financial system. Many fraudulence are happening even in the banking industry daily. If you see some kind of Hindu papers and all, right, economic trends, you can even now see with the large computing system, still hackings are happening at bank level itself, and even we have our mobile platform with virus protection. Still, many things are happening at the mobile itself. Our knowledge, our funds are taken away by hackers. That's still happening. So, which means there are our current computer itself can capable of breaking the existing encryption. So only take up please care about the quantum computing, which means like only IBM Google is taking care of. I mean, thinking about the computing but not others. That is not the case. Currently, we have many companies like Goldman Sachs, from the supply chain industry like FedEx. Many other companies already started using quantum computing technology to research the new medicine and drugs and the personalized medicine to the people. So already it started 2 years, 3 years back itself, but not direct way. Yes, we need the support of big giants like Google and IBM because those companies are that bread and butter is not computing. Their business is totally different. They are collaboration with different other companies whose code is a quantum computing. They started doing the research for that problems already. Okay, so this is what the facts. Yes. So where are we now? So we are telling right current state of the quantum. As of now, several companies leading the way in the quantum technology development, which means as we speak now, so like Google, IBM, they are some kind of big players, and we have many also like Alibaba Group also started, and Microsoft has their own quantum processor building, right? And some other companies have started supporting them by producing the hardware. So it's not only a hardware, right? We need software and infrastructure. So everything coming together, few big companies are taking care, but companies are supporting them from the infrastructure as well. So, and many startups are joining together, collaborating with the big guys to make the quantum computing world a little more faster and to the user. That's good. Okay. So, for we just hear what is quantum computing and where we are using and what is the need, myths, facts, these are now. Let's see the real industry adoption happening so already and going to be happen. Things are in progress in kind of R&D situation and some kind of financial discussion going and fund allocation is already happened. Adoption is going to happen. So those things we'll see now. But there are many industries. I've just given few industries around here. Now, these industries are adopted the industry of quantum computing. Many industries already adopted. For sake of discussion, I have given very few. Yeah, first, energy sector. So, so what kind of energy sectors can I use it? So I have given only very common word only. So some people may aware of something, but so material discovery of for clean energy. So nowadays now everything becomes battery. Even mobile, car, watch, everything need battery, right? So already we have carbon-based carbon-based data, I'm sorry, battery storage and energy storage, but we need more considering the future aspects. So we need to more R&D to be happen on the material aspect. So that's where the material discovery for the clean energy. So do you think quantum computing can do the material discovery and all? So why we are talking about material? We have lithium-ion batteries, right? We have multiple ways of battery already. The current energy system is more looking for the battery. So whatever the best battery is available, best material is available, so other companies can make use of it. So what the energy sector is looking for, so quantum computing can uh, make multiple materials combined together and it may provide a better result instead of doing physically getting the result. It may provide the result upfront whether this particular material is helpful or combination of X material and Y material may helpful or what. So those kind of results we may get from the quantum computing and optimization of power use. So power grids, right? From transformation from between power grids and transfer of one energy to another entity, we are having a lot of leakage in the problem. So quantum may help to solving these kind of problems by providing a optimal solution using this kind of material or using another kind of bricks. So those kind of aspects you may get from the energy sector and carbon capture and climate model. So any idea about carbon capture? Carbon board capture what we are here. Carbon capture. Anybody hear about sustainability? Sustainability. Can someone tell about sustainability? Reuse of the products. Okay, protecting the resource product.
சார் நம்ம தேவைக்கான அளவு நம்ம சஸ்டெயின் ஆகுதுங்க சார். சஸ்டெயின்
தேவைக்கான அளவு
என்வரன்மெண்ட் வந்து நம்ம சஸ்டெயினபிளா வச்சுக்கிறது சஸ்டெயின்.
சஸ்டெயினபிளா வச்சுக்கிறது. ஓகே. Any other thing more better?
Store carbon dioxide.
Store for capture. Store carbon dioxide from atmosphere. Okay. So, any idea about carbon footprint? Carbon footprint. Somewhere.
Most of carbon emissions calculated human activity.
Amount of carbon usage calculated human activities. Okay. Let's talk about carbon footprint to a certain extent. Like, so what are the industries are emitting the carbon dioxide? We're looking about wherever we are getting smoke out of the industry. Of course, we are getting the carbon dioxide emitting. Any other industry? Which industry is not even emitting carbon dioxide? Any industry? Textile. Okay. Power plant, carbon dioxide. Let's take laptop voltage could have been. Do you think carbon dioxide or carbon emission is not there?
Carbon emission battery.
It's not actively participating, but it is indirectly emitting a lot of carbon dioxide by using heavy power usage. Whenever any company or any industry using the power, indirectly we are emitting carbon, right? We are using electricity. So that's why we are talking about green energy, clean energy, and all, right? So even like maybe not sure about colleges and that, even in IT industry, that UNO is very keen about the sustainability to all the industries. Let's take an example of the glass company, the famous glass company called Saint-Gobain, right? Saint-Gobain, you have it, right? Saint-Gobain have a big plant in the Chennai steel. Okay, so for the Saint-Gobain, that is the biggest plant across the world, and one more plant is there. It's not in India, but it's somewhere else. So they are making glasses. The glass is called multiple purpose. I'm just taking that company as an example only. Okay, we have many industries are doing that, like in the textile industry. Every industry who is using the electricity or emitting the carbon dioxide directly out to the atmosphere is a carbon footprint, right? So the UNO is insisting on all industries to reduce the carbon footprint step by step. For every year, at least try to reduce the carbon footprint by 0.5 or 1%. Okay. So many companies have set the goal for a target for the financial achievement along with the reduction of the carbon footprint. Okay. So once you start reducing the carbon footprint, as you said, we are giving a space to our future generation, right? So when we consume everything for next 20 years or 40 years or 50 years, maybe not sure how the after 50 years people live. So that's what we need to reduce the carbon footprint. So that's why the carbon capture comes here. When we emit the carbon outside the world, right? So we have many materials to capture the carbon and convert to a different kind of energy. Those kind of already are already happening. So, but still, that is not to a better extent as much we are emitting the carbon. Right? So, for example, I'm emitting 100 units of carbon dioxide from my industry. It's not even 5 or 3% is captured and converted. So for that, we need more R&D from the material aspect to capture the carbon and convert to a different energy. So that is more important now. Still manually, scientists are struggling to get the things done. So energy sector is getting support of quantum aspects and converting those energy to a different part of useful energy. Maybe we're not sure what kind of energy will come. So that's one part. And oil and gas consumption. So where this oil and gas consumption generally happens, the optimization. So when you do optimization, if you reduce the consumption, optimization already comes in picture. So oil and gas consumption is nothing but all our two-wheeler, four-wheeler, any kind of vehicle, generators. So already these two companies like Exxon and Shell they already started to 2.5 years before itself, they started using quantum computing along with other tech guys to exploring what kind of optimization we can do to make that oil and gas in an optimized way of usage instead of more consumption. So anyway, as the public, we are already started consuming a lot, but from the industry level, there are more consumption and consumption is already happening support of quantum to get in an optimized way. Fusion energy research. Any idea about fusion energy? Nuclear energy, nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, power plants. Yeah. So by using already nuclear, we are getting a lot of power energy. Our electricity is coming from this fusion energy already. So there are also a lot of issues are happening that the wastages coming out of the industry is mixing in the ocean or air that is already causing a lot of issues to the local surrounding people. So there also they have started doing some kind of research, how can we optimize the outage and how we can get more energy with less fusion. That's kind of research is also going. So this is what some kind of high level information about the energy sector. Healthcare 2020 March, right? It was a very buzzword 4 years ago, right? COVID-19, 2020. So, of course, this is a very primary industry which need technology support in many aspects. The very first aspect, drug discovery and development. So let's take an example of 4 years before case. So many scientists have discovered the vaccination, but they struggled to started giving to the people. We are not sure it may work immediately, but what is the impact in future? They're not sure. That's why they are very hesitant to provide the vaccination outside to the people. It took like 6 months or 7 months or 8 months to start coming, right? So quantum may help in that kind of aspects like so for this kind because quantum with a lot of data it can be able to compute this kind of drug may impact not near maybe after 10 years or 15 years based on many genomic metrics. So that is what the support we are looking for from the discovery and development, and scientists can may be able to develop the drug faster if fast failed. If immediately fail, they can able to look for an alternate approach, right? Suppose they found the medicine, it works okay. Maybe after 6 months or 10 months or 1 year, if it started giving negative impact to the patients, then it's a kind of 1 year basis, right? Again, they need to do another research with a different alternate way or different medicines. So to avoid that time consumption, this drug discovery support may help and personalized medicine. What is personalized medicine? Any idea? personalized medicine. Medicine, okay. Oh, personalized medicine. Any idea of personalized medicine? Kind of common medicine with different MGs. Like, so based on the age and race, we have medicines already, right? So quantum may help you based on your history and your family history. They may able to provide, and quantum may able to provide a personalized medicine for this person. This only dosage may be sufficient, or else they can even suggest different kind of medicine altogether for a particular person. That's what the personalized medicine we're talking about. Then clinical trial optimization. So the clinical trial is nothing but in the hospital or inpatient ward. There are many trials are happening, but with a lot of medicine wastages. So those kind of optimization may help there. And protein folding. Protein folding and very tight research. So protein folding may help in finding the medicine that's giving the optimized treatment to the patients. But it's in the research stage only. We have some medicines for that, but still there are a long way to go. That's why we're thinking of quantum may help in that area. So what is it? Genomics and DNA sequencing. Any idea? Genomics and DNA sequencing. We have many diseases already. We know the name. What is the problem?
So what is the inheritance diseases?
So hereditary level diseases. So to find the hereditary level diseases, so by checking your DNA, your family DNA and forefathers, all the DNAs, we can able to find for this person, this issue may come for, this disease may come. For example, if you go to the hospital, maybe after some time or so, they're simply asking whether when they're checking the blood, right? They're asking whether your father has this disease or what. You have diabetes from your parents or grandparents or any siblings. So why they're asking that? So they have your samples, right? They can check. But still there is an expectation you may get diabetes in future if your parents are already having it. So those kind of genomics and DNA sequencing can be testing can be happen, and there may be a possibility you may get this kind of disease, so that they can do some kind of prevention upfront. So instead of prevention is better than cure, right? So those kind of things can be helpful in the genomics. So high level from the healthcare perspective, and there are many things there. So next, financial. Portfolio optimization. Okay, now we spoke two sectors. So, what are we going to do with the financial sector? Already, the last point we see, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and HSBC, NAT-based and Citigroup, already they started using the quantum for exploring many aspects from the credit system and the ledger system. That already things are happening. So let's talk about future, like portfolio optimization. So, any idea about portfolio? There are many words from the financial perspective. So generally, some people may have some kind of investments, right? Investments or kind of shares or many things, right? So when you have investment, this quantum may say current current strategy of the market and last 20 years or 30 years of the strategy, with the quantity of data, and it can tell you, okay, after 5 years, this may happen based on the situation, considering multiple festivals and expenses based on your personal expenses, it may suggest this can be changed in your portfolio. Instead of this investment, let's try this investment. Those kind of optimization maybe we'll get from the quantum. And Fraud detection. So fraud detection, as I said before, even today, right? Many banking sectors are for this fraud. So every bank has a department that's very important department. Whenever your money got out from your bank, right? Somebody debited, but not you, right? What do you do immediately? Let's say you have 10,000 in your account. When you wake up early in the morning, right? 8,000 got debited. You have only 2K. But when you checking your mobile SMS, 8K got debited. You are getting another SMS call with 2,000 also got debited. Now your account is zero. But you didn't do anything. You have your first immediately check price immediately call, right? It's safely there in your phone. Alright. Who took away the money? 10K gone. It's okay. Now what do you do immediately? Contact bank. Okay. Bank will let you open by 10 a.m. in the morning. Okay. 30 a.m. Yes. Okay. 30 a.m. We are this one. We are getting a call. Our banking system will be available. Banking telecolors will be available only after 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So every bank has a team called FRFT, okay, Fraud and Risk Assessment Management team. Okay, so they are the primary stakeholders of every bank. RBI is mandated every bank to have the separate dedicated team 24/7 available to the customer, especially for this kind of fraud happening, right? So let's take this case. So that is taken. Any other, I mean, any idea? What are the base now? Money is acceptable. Recent base பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா 100 or 1000 or 10,000 any amount. Let's not talk about the money value. Anybody face? We already started using mobile before and all, right? We have funds in our wallet or in bank. Only two places. Now that's not the case. Very liquidity, mobile. Even for a tea or coffee, we started using GPay. It's okay. Instead of telling GPay, it's a UPI system. Okay, it's a kind of unified payment interface. We started calling it GPay with the branding. Okay, that's okay. GPay is started using. Okay, just a PIN number, 4-digit PIN number or 6-digit PIN number is sufficient to take your money, right? Okay, let me tell you a story. Just 2 minutes. In Madhya Pradesh, a lady, it's a real story happened. It's a modus of operandi. Okay, like a lady got a call from company X. Okay, they told like last month you came to my shop and I gave you a coupon. You won the coupon and it's worth of 5,000. And they said like 5,000 she wants. And what happened? They said like okay, but the point is she never had GPay in her mobile. She don't have online banking. Okay, they have nothing. She had nothing, but still she received a call. Okay, she received a call and the person said like you want a 2 silk saree, we send you to a courier. But for that, we need to do some kind of basic verification whether you are that person with a name. Okay. So let's take a name called Sheila. Okay. She said, yeah, I'm the one. Let me get the 2 sarees. Okay. So the person guided in a such a way, I'll send you an SMS. Just click the link. Okay. Then you issue. Okay. Then rest everything is taken. The person, right, click the link. It is nothing but a screen sharing link. Okay, screen sharing link like TeamViewer or some other link. Okay, so now a particular mobile is in the packet. Okay. After installing the UPI application, any kind of UPI application, I'm not talking about any link. It can be Paytm or GPay anything. Okay, so Confirmed whether she had a banking account in extant government. He himself installed UPI app. He linked the bank account because he already got the mobile control. So SMS will be coming to the mobile. He already having the screen sharing session enabled. She doesn't know anything about what is happening in her mobile, right? She was thinking like, I may get the silk saree in a week of time. Okay. The person get into the mobile app, he linked the bank account with the multiple tries and he took away all the amount. Okay, it's more than a lakh. Okay, the real story happened. This was one of the models apparently. Okay, which means even there are many locking system virus protection, still we are losing some. Okay, it's not we can say any kind of word, but this is one of the models apparently. Still many things are happening by using the credit cards, recent of movies and all. So our credit cards and debit cards are enabled with Wi-Fi based, right? With a small machine, anybody can swipe away the amount, right? That's where the next level of production has comes into picture. Like RBI mandated, no, we have to have given a provision to the user to enable or disable the Wi-Fi option. Before, right, when they give the chip-based or Wi-Fi based card, it is by default enabled. Now we have an option to enable or disable. Then we have an option to set the limit. So these kind of limitations are given or restrictions are given to the user. Still many things are happening. That's why the fraud detection. So quantum may help us in these kind of different kind of situation where the user faces an issue. So when you give 1,000 or 2,000 scenarios where the fraud has happened, right? And quantum may started thinking with the other combinations. So these kind of combinations may also comes as part of the fraud. So it may give you some kind of alert to the banking system. So they will also alert, okay, let's start doing this kind of stuff. For example, always now when the banking is giving the Wi-Fi enabled card, they by default it is turned off. If you want, you can log in your mobile banking and switch it on. So now these things are improvising is happening, but still. So with that, that's what the quantum system comes into picture. It may give a combinations of fraudulent scenarios and it will help you for the early detection. Then high frequency trading. This is one way of trading with a different kind of algorithm, automatic algorithm. So we have an algorithm set and it has been linked with my account. It will debit my funds and it will put in some kind of shares. And when the share goes up, it will sell and it will give immediately come back. It's a kind of trading instead of manual trading. It's integrated with an algorithm-based trading. So we feel it may improvise those kind of algorithms as well and with the better profit. That is what one way of. First and third point is related to the trading stuff and credit scoring and risk assessment. So where this point comes into picture? Anybody aware of credit scoring and risk assessment? CIBIL score, yeah. But risk assessment? Soon you all will go to a job and started earning, okay, and you'll be part of many banking accounts, okay. These at least not for the quantum, at least we learn about this kind of what is risk assessment, such what is CIBIL score. At least you know CIBIL score?
Yes, sir.
What sir?
So, EMI.
What is CIBIL score? Can somebody speak? Sir, it is not a new term, sir, part of quantum computing. It is already in the financial industry for a long time. Especially when you started using your mobile phones and credit cards, you should, because it will impact your financial situation later, not now. When after 5 years or 10 years, you will come to know the CIBIL score matters. Is it clear? Anybody? Hope many, right? So your education loan will impact your CIBIL score. Every person, let's assume, okay, the There are many numbers. Let me take 100 is a common full civil score for a person. Okay. Let's like little deviating, but just 2 points. Okay, you should know this about this. That's what I tell you. You are getting education loan. Okay. You have completed your study, and bank has given 3 years or 4 years for your time to pay the repayment. With the interest or whatever. Some banks are mandating the students just pay the interest at least during the studies with the support of your parents. If not, your parents is not helpful, it's okay. At least after your college, they'll give you 3 months of some kind of uh, buffer period to start repayment. If you don't repay on the right time, many implications will happen to you itself in the earlier stage, in later stage, which means it will crash your credit score. So your credit score will start getting down. If you don't repay your loan on time, okay, credit score is maintained by not a bank, it's a centralized system from the RBI. Okay, under the RBI we have many other entities. One of the entities maintains the civil score. Okay, in any bank, okay, if you get a bank loan and education loan or personal loan or car loan, housing loan, even a credit card is a loan. Okay, credit card is a loan only, it's not a your fund. Only debit card, you have money in your savings account, you can spend. Once it is reaching zero, it's gone. There is no impact for the amount spent in the debit card, but in credit card, it's back. So like this is a history we looking for risk assessment. After 10 years, you are going to your bank, okay, you are planning for a home construction, you are asking for a loan, sir, these are my income. I started earning like 50K, 1 lakh, I'm planning for home construction, I need 25 lakhs of money. Let's say an example, okay. First, apart from your salary, apart from your everything, they check for your credit score. Already you are a defaulter in your early stages of after education, in our suppose in a education loan. Okay, and you have used many credit cards and you have prepaid also, but not on time. Okay, if you pay the credit card amount in a right time, your credit score are safer. Suppose even a day, point X will be reduced. When your credit score is not good, you may not get any support from any bank. It is not only for home loan. Suppose you started doing a business. Suppose you are going for business, right? And you are looking for a support from the bank for a loan, business loan. There also they will check the personal risk assessment. Okay. So when you go and ask for that, right? That is what the number says the CIBIL score. Apart from that, they will get a risk assessment with the background verification from the different banks. They will check for this different for this PAN card, what were the loans we got in the earlier stage, how we have repaid. We have repaid on time. So though comes under credit score and risk assessment, already it is happening in a very manual way. Still there are many leakages. That's why many banks going in bankruptcy by kind of payment is not happening from many business entities. We know many stories now here. Anyway, that's what the point. So we need to do the risk assessment before whether this person is capable of repaying or not. So for that, happening in the banking industry by manual process. Even we have system in place, that's what the Cisco, and we have many risk assessment systems. But still, we need more beyond that. That's why we can avoid loss banks. So then asset and liability management. So it's not only to the financial system, it's again to the individual user also. Everybody has an asset. Every business has a liability and asset. So the building, the industry. So now, last what happened? Okay. So every industry is need this asset and liability management. They have separate auditing team to manage their assets and their credits, whether it's happening the right time or not, whether the repayment is happening, business is going or not. So for that also Quantum may support in a better extent as well expectation. Regulatory compliance and reporting. Any idea about this word? Regulatory compliance and reporting. Okay, regulatory compliance and reporting. So it is not only to the specific financial institution, every industry has it and every person has it. For example, how about the individual person? So income tax payment is kind of one of the regulatory compliance for individual person. So once you sort it, you have to file your tax on time. Now, financial perspective, the banking perspective, they are liable to intimate anything, everything to the RBI and NP they have to be very keen on their compliance. So, for example, we had a demonetization, right? Like 2016 or example, 2016. So, at the time, right, we are on a daily basis are giving multiple circular to the bankers. Okay, they struggled to update the machines, ATM machines, and in that system there is no 2,000 rupees as one of the denomination. So everybody should update the software immediately. Okay, to ensure the 2,000 rupees note is accountable in the banking system. So there are a lot of struggles happen, and generally we are right when RBI giving and circular, they will give very less time to implement the banking software, changing the software systems of the banking. So they have their own, every bank has their own software team inside. Still, they were struggled to completing everything, and they failed to report. Suppose if RBI is giving a day to complete something, suppose if you don't, what happens? Some other bank is penalty. Recently, many banks paid multiple crores as a penalty to RBI for non-compliance. Okay, for example, when we don't have insufficient balance or monthly average balance in our account, they will deduct some amount. Okay, if banks are not properly maintain their audited books and they're not compliant with what RBI said, of course there are a lot of penalties are happening. It's not mostly news covered, but even 3 months before or 6 months before, many banks paid like 100 crores or 200 crores as a penalty to the RBI. Just there's expectation is quantum may help in automating these kind of complications. We have already many systems in place, software systems in place to ensure that complaints are already happening. But on time to time basis, so this may help us in a better way. So merger and acquisitions. Any idea about this? Merger and acquisitions. Somebody sent a last 2 to 3 years that happened many times. Merger, simple merger word, acquisitions.
Acquisitions is collections, storage and network. Merger is nowadays some kind of tax is merged.
Recently, you know, right? The Canada and India bank are merged. So instead of closing the bank, suppose we a bank, I'm running a bank, okay, I have given loan to many people, for some reason I'm unable to collect. I'm already defaulter, I'm unable to run the bank now because the bank is nothing but a deposit and loans. I'm getting some amount from depositors with some kind of X percentage. I'm giving loan with X plus some delta percentage as a profit. That's what the bank is nothing but. Suppose I'm unable to collect the funds on time, I'm unable to run the bank. Okay. So then I end up closing the bank. So, but as most of the banks are comes under RBI, like they are not allowing banks to close because the reckless SBI account holders in the bank. So they merge the bank in a different bank. So if any existing bank is willing to take this bank and the customers and loans, so they used to merge it. This is called acquisition. So for example, I'm running a big company, okay, a financial institution, okay, but a small loan vendor, gold loan vendor, is already doing good in the local area. I can get that person into my system as part of a gold loan battery, loan department, acquiring that person. For example, Google acquired YouTube, Map. So every company is a separate company only. Google acquired those companies and it becomes a Google Map. It becomes Google YouTube. Everything is Google is an entity with a separate, simple mailboxes and all. But later it acquired many small companies and it becomes big thing. Okay. So that's what the acquisition means. When we acquire a small company and it's made a part of our company, our financial institution, that's what. So what's part of quantum computing here? So the quantum can do a deep risk assessment of that company with a whole ledger of data, whether this company is really doing good or it's not actually doing good. So those kind of data we can get from that, some of the quantum. And blockchain and quantum ledger verification. Already blockchain is slowly intervening into the financial institution and it's connecting many dots to analysis, to analyze and give a better report. So we are expecting quantum may also give a better job on top of the blockchain with a better advancement. So I think these people start the quantum with the support of all these aspects like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, Citigroup, NatWest, few clients as well for different IT companies. Already started doing that. Just me. Logistics and supply chain. What is route optimization? Shortest correct, sir. Shortest route finding. So let's see. For example, I want to ship a good. Okay, goods from here to New York. Okay, there are multiple ways to ship. Either ship through ocean or flight. Okay, based on my emergency situation, this good can go even after 45 days. Then I can go to a different mode of transport. Mode of transport one way, and like for example, if a flight starts from here, Chennai to let's say Coimbatore to New York. So what are the ways? Currently, at least minimum, we have to travel to Chennai, from Chennai to Delhi, from Delhi to Dubai or Abu Dhabi as a transit flight. Then from there we have to New York, right? At least we have 4 transits. As a human being, we can get on take the next step. Let's think about the goods we are shipping, right? It's not very easy to ship a good in a multiple flights because there are many handling costs, operation handling costs, airport handling costs are there. Which means from flight 1 they have to take the food goods out and they need to move to a different flight 2. Then from flight 2 to 3 and flight 3 to 4, right? And here, right, we have many other issues also. For example, I'm sending a goods and that particular we have country level restriction as well. So, for example, some country says you should not get any explosive kind of goods into my country, even as a transit. Okay, but we have valid explosives also as part of the chemical industry, right? But we have some kind of restriction. Okay, I'm just sending a goods, okay, to a New York, but most of the flights are going via Abu Dhabi or France. But those countries have a restriction. My particular goods should not go this way, right? And we need to find an alternate way. Again, it should be best route and cost optimization. So already we have many route optimization system in place, but still there are some flaws. Some of like the 99% goods are transferred in the right way, but it's not in optimized way. So quantum may help in a better way to get the optimized routes with the various modes of transport. See, suppose if my goods is reached New York City, from New York City to the actual place, the destination, we may need a road transport, right? From the airport, the final destination may have a road transport. So that road transport also we have to consider here as part of the road optimization. Whereas
Will you take a short break of
just a minute, I'll complete this.
Yes, I will consider.
Warehouse optimization. So warehouse optimization is nothing but the storage of goods where we are doing, right. For example, I'm shipping a live animal to a different city, okay, which needs food, right? Suppose I'm shipping a kind of refrigerator where which need some kind of temperature to be maintained. That warehouse should have the necessary sophistication to keep goods. For example, from flight 1 to flight 2 may come after 2 days only, right? Until my food should be arrived, either live animal or some kind of goods, right? Some kind of food goods, right? So that should be sufficient enough. The warehouse should have the capability. Things also should consider during our ground and flight management. Already they are doing a lot of stuff, but still we need some kind of optimization over there. Quantum may support over there, and global trade optimization. So trade level, multiple countries have multiple rules and policies for the countries for different transport. So combining everything, looking for a better trade optimization. Again, carbon footprint. Why carbon footprint here instead of energy? The transport. When you optimize the route, you emit this carbon, right? So instead of going this transport mode, if you are going a different transport mode or a different route, will reduce the carbon footprint. That's for the last point. Already these 4 companies, not only these 4, many companies, these 4 are already finally implemented the quantum company along with IBM. So these companies are along with IBM. They already started doing research for route optimization as well as carbon footprint. So this is from the logistic perspective. Let's see that shortly. Thank you.
Correct.